Before I start, I want to dedicate all my finger snapping and hand pointing to Maggie McDonald. I almost said Maggie Smith. Sorry. Maggie McDonald! This is all for you. Yeah. Hello, Internet. Sorry I took so long to make this video. I'm just really lazy. So, updates. My voice is slowly getting deeper, which is awesome. I really noticed this at work, because people are consistently reading me as male now, or more, which is really great. I used to get, yes sir, I mean ma'am, all the time, and now I get yes ma'am, I mean sir, and so I'm always like back there scooping popcorn, grinning like an idiot. So that's super exciting. I'm probably going to be doing this a lot more now. My jawline has also changed. I think that's more to fat redistribution than actual bone changing. But it's still really cool. I've noticed this more from other people pointing it out to me. But I can also kind of see it when I look at pictures of me now versus pictures of me before starting tea. What else? I feel like my shoulders are broader. Bear with me as I try to explain this. It's not so much that I can see, I guess. I can't really tell from just seeing it, but I feel like they're broader. I noticed as I was walking around last week that my sense of how my body takes up space seems different, like mainly in the shoulders. It's hard for me to explain, I guess. But then again, what isn't hard for me to explain? Anyways, still experiencing loads of acne everywhere. Face, back, chest, it sucks. It's also entirely my fault, just exacerbated by the tea. I work with really greasy stuff and I touch my face a lot, and then I wear my binder all the time, so my skin never stood a chance. Oh man, my script is so long I actually have to scroll down. This is crazy. I haven't experienced a lot of hair growth yet. My boyfriend is hairier than I am. Well, at least here legs are. I shaved for No Shave November last week, so obviously not gonna have a very hairy face, but I do have a few odd hairs along my jawline, like back here and back here. I can feel them. They're just not very visible because they're so blonde, like all of my body hair, but they're there. I'm just so impatient when it comes to my body hair. I think my body fat is starting to redistribute a bit, as I already said about my face, but I do my shots subcutaneously in my upper thigh. I'm patting my thighs, but you can't see that. Though I could do it in other places as well, it's just easier to do them in my thigh. So I have to grab a good chunk of skin to stick myself with, and I've noticed with my past 2 shots that it's harder to find a good chunk of skin that isn't like super close to my muscle. So there's that. I have more to talk about than I thought. This is crazy. Okay, so this part is gonna be a little awkward, but it needs to be talked about because this is one of the big questions that a lot of trans guys have. How long on tea before you stop having your period? There, said it. Okay, anyways, so I've been on tea for about 2 months, and I still have my period. My first one was pretty regular, but my second one, which was about a week and a half ago, was later than usual, and it was pretty light. So, it's definitely working its way out, so here's hoping for no period in the coming month. As far as mental changes go, I haven't experienced as many recently, I suppose. I think I'm starting to get a little more impatient than usual. Oh, So I had a weird experience today with my shot. I did it this morning, and right after I pulled out my needle, not only was my leg hurting more than usual, but I was hit by this really intense wave of nausea, and I had a really bad headache, which I still kind of have now. I had to go lay down for a bit, and I ended up being late for work, where I was still feeling pretty sick. I ended up going home early because I was feeling so bad. So I don't know what that was about. I think I might try finding a different shot location next week. I say a lot, sorry. Even with the script. So I think that's everything. Way more than I thought I had to talk about. So yeah. If there's ever anything you want me to talk about, just let me know. You can comment on my YouTube video, on Tumblr, on Facebook. If you have my phone number, you can text me, I suppose. I like to talk more now that my voice has gotten deeper. So yeah, 9 weeks on T. 2 months was on Sunday. Yeah, the end. Hearts. I gotta